Hey guys, what's up? Mike from CoachMikeMcDonald.com here, and welcome to today's video. If you're just jumping on, welcome. If you're a replay viewer, welcome as well. In today's video, I just want to talk about the idea of basically, I know that versus how good am I at that, right? And so a lot of people, when they're building their business or they're going through personal development or they're plugging into training, one thing that tends to happen a lot is they will think, I know that, or I got that, or I get it, or I've heard that before, right? And so are you the kind of person that thinks you know it all, or are you the kind of person that asks yourself, how good am I at that, right? Are you constantly improving on yourself, getting better, focused on, instead of being like, oh, I've heard that before, maybe it comes to prospecting, right? And they're like, hey, how many numbers are you going through a day? Or are you getting emotionally attached to the outcome of the business, right? So is that what you're asking yourself is, oh, I've heard that before? Or are you saying, well, how good am I at that, right? When I do a presentation, do I get really upset if it's a yes or a no? Do I stress out about the outcome of somebody saying yes when I send an invite even? Am I asking the right questions? So that's really one thing to think about in your business is, are you implementing what you're learning? Where a lot of people out there, why they're struggling is they think they know it already, but they're not really doing it. There's a really big difference between knowing what to do and actually doing it, right? Think of how many times people want to get in shape or reach fitness goals, or they're like, yeah, I know that I need to eat better, but I just don't do it, right? Or, I know that I should be prospecting every day. I know that I should be reaching out to people. I know that I should be, if I want to reach my goals, showing one person a day in my business, but I'm not really doing it. So when you hear that on a training or an event, maybe you're talking about using like a focus board or something to stay consistent in your business. You're like, oh, I've heard those things before, but are you really doing it? And that's really the concept behind today's video, is to focus on taking the action steps and implementing what you're actually learning. That's one thing that I find a lot of people will get trapped in, is basically they're in learning mode and they never really take any action to go along with it, right? It's like they're reading a new good book, or they are plugging into webinars, or maybe they're starting to learn lead generation or building their own brand, whatever the case might be, and they just watch video after video after video. They plug in onto the conference calls, they're plugging into the training videos, and that's awesome. Still work on yourself, but are you taking the action steps to back it up, right? I say it a lot, but I'd rather have somebody be going through like a training video, and maybe it takes them a few days to get through that, but throughout it, they're actually implementing what it's talking about. Because if you don't do any implementation, you can be like, hey, I know that, I know what's going on, I understand that, but if you're not applying it in your business, none of it really matters, right? So again, guys, if you're struggling, if you're not where you want to be, are you the I know that kind of person? Or are you the kind of person that asks themselves, how good am I at that? And if you make that distinction, it can go a long way to help you growing your business and getting a lot better results much quicker. So again, guys, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you got some benefit and value out of this video. If you did, feel free to comment and share. And if you are struggling in your business, maybe you're not where you want to be, I'd highly recommend taking advantage of joining my 5-day prospecting and recruiting bootcamp Facebook coaching group. It's free. You can plug into that, so it's pretty cool. If you want to join that as well, you can go to CoachMikeMcDonald.com/5-day coaching. So again, that's the number 5-day coaching, and I'll throw it in the description below this video as well, so you can access that too. But again, if you want to learn those skill sets of prospecting, recruiting, how to have a conversation, how to transition naturally into your business and start generating targeted leads with the conversations you actually have, you can access that group again at CoachMikeMcDonald.com/5-day group. But again, guys, implement that in your business. Stop being the kind of person that's an I get it, I know that, I've already learned that, and focus on how good am I at that skill set? Can I improve? Can I get better at what they're talking about? How am I actually implementing that in my business? And again, like I said, you'll get a lot better results when you start doing that consistently in your business. But thanks again, guys, for tuning in. We'll talk to you more soon.